think.
This harmless thing.
Yeah, you're a harmless dog. Oh. It's Friday. We missed Wednesday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got a story of destruction to share.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh, yeah. So, normally, of course, we're going to record on Wednesdays, but, so I had work to do on Wednesday, and then a tree fell on my house.
Like a little tree?
Which tree was it?
Well, it's the one over there from the neighbor's yard.
So it's these guys, not these guys?
If it was these people, I'd have...
To burn their house down?
Yeah, I would have put a rag.
They're worse than those guys?
Well,
I know you have distaste for both.
yeah, that's true. I mean, you're asking me about the difference between, golf tees under my fingernails or getting my teeth pulled out by pliers. So this is not...
Jeez.
Wow, those are great
Yeah, that's
neighbors.
pretty bad.
Oh.
Well, on top of that, so for as trashy as those people are, these people over here gave my mother some lip. And that is... Like, that's my job. If you do that and you're overstepping your boundaries, now we have problems. As a matter of fact, I've had very few interactions with these people, but in the past, 5-10 years. But yeah, the old lady, I have given her. What the fuck are you looking at? It's happened a few times. Yeah. Like it's happened. But anyway, yeah, so I had work to do. Tree falls on the house. I barely notice it. The people next door. This is Coffee Before Bed. I'm Jeffrey. That's Patrick. This is William. So the people.
So you're just gonna sneak that introduction in there in the middle of your story?
Before I forget, because I don't know how long this
It's like
is going
the
to go.
light was blinking, saying you
Yeah.
gotta throw in
I
your...
guess on the air.
Yeah. You gotta throw in your ad real quick.
NBC.
This game is brought to you by American Family Insurance. But yeah, then they came to talk to me, and it was the tree on the corner. It's well over 2 stories.
That was a big tree.
Huge tree. So it just fell over on my house. I was, working. I heard a thump, but it was so goddamn windy out that, like I told these guys, I thought somebody just had like a metal trash can that got...
Right.
Because you know how loud that can be when...
Oh, yeah.
So that's when they came over and said, "I was so sorry the tree fell on your house." And I'm like...
You said, "You're damn right you are. You should have been out there holding that thing down with some rope."
Well, this it was a big lecture about personal accountability and
Right, yeah.
had a good Republican talk with him and no, I came out. I was like, on my house, you said. So, do you mind if I take a look?
Double take outside the door.
You don't say.
Oh, there is a tree. Huh.
Yeah, I was like telling these like my mother and Will, and when I'm having this conversation, trying to talk to me about it, but the winds are still going like 65 miles an hour, and they're trying to tell me this story, and I was like, hey, you know what? I got to level with you. This is the first neighbor's tree that's fallen on my house. I don't have any answers for you. So, look, it's really windy. You guys are really friendly. Go on inside. We'll talk about this later. In the meantime, just take it easy. And
Is it like blocking your driveway or anything?
nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
It's just leaning against your house.
It was all house. Yeah. All house. So, I expected this to be a nightmare, but they came over later that day. They had the telephone number of the people that, the property owners that...
Oh, that's right. That's a rental.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I talked to the insurance people over there. They were super cool about everything. And we'll just go from there.
Okay.
But because of that, I was very much interrupted with the stuff I needed to get done. So after that was all handled, it was then turning back around and saying like, man, I gotta type like a motherfucker tonight.
Transcribing season 6 of Big Brother.
Absolutely, yeah. And it was just so. On top of that, too, is I've been slammed because they're slammed. So a bunch of companies are trying to get their stuff in, for the holidays, because they want to go on break.
Yeah.
So the company I work for has been offering like 50% surcharges for extra hours that you can work. So, I decided to do a Baker Hughes on that one and say like, yeah, give me some extra hours. Yeah, that's fine.
Overtime money's great.
Overtime's overrated.
Man, they're just giving the money away. Well, so I had to pound that out, and then as soon as, because I had to have that out by 3 a.m.
Oh shit!
Right. Well, because it's going to the UK, so that's like 10 o'clock.
I thought you weren't doing stuff in the UK anymore. Or is that the overtime?
The work comes from the UK.
Oh, okay.
So their office is in the UK, so they send it over. For them, that's a normal deadline of 10 a.m.
Oh, for you it's 3 a.m. Yeah.
So
you're not in Greenwich Mean Time, huh?
Yeah, so I got that stuff in at about 2:54, and then my workload starts coming in at they start texting you and sending you emails usually around 4:30 in the morning. And so that's when they started hitting me up today. And they were saying, all right, this has got to be out, and we need this by 1 o'clock your time. And so that was where I was like, it's just dodged a bullet. It wasn't late. And then, like I'm going to go to bed. So I go to bed, I look at the thing. It's like, how long do you want to... Because a lot of times, especially when you have, like, concurrent dates in there, they will give you stuff for, like, I have like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday marked off. They'll send you stuff on Wednesday that's due Sunday, right? Because these are the deadlines that they have. Mm-hmm. And then they have a pool of like, this shit needs to go now.
Do they pay extra for that?
No, because technically you're supposed to be set for those hours.
Oh,
right.
I gotcha.
So they just piled it in. Was like, yeah, I was just working my ass off. I'm going to go to bed. Get the thing. They're like, this has got to be out here by 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh, man. I was really looking forward to getting some sleep.
I want to go to bed.
Right, let me go do this.
And then I'll sleep.
It just didn't work out today.
Oh, that was today?
Yeah, well, it was today with conjunction of yesterday and the days before problems. So I was like, this is rocking. So, wasn't here Wednesday. I apologize.
The guy I was working with, the new guy, said that as he was working, looking out of his window, he could see the apartment building right next to him, and the shingles were just
just
flying off, and like they were just like flying into the building next door. Like some of them were smashing through windows. And
I suppose we should set this up for posterity. So what was that? That was the other day. So December
Wednesday,
12th.
yeah.
December 15th, 2021. The Great Colorado Springs windstorm. So that was so bad. Apparently they were like holding kids in schools and stuff.
They shut down all our buses.
Yeah, or not going to schools. Yeah.
No, they sent
out
ours.
east. No, they closed the schools down out east because bus turns into a parasail full of 30 victims.
Right.
So it was national news, and they kept showing Air Force. News? Yeah, kept showing Air Force Academy because the trucks were just like sideways, almost on two wheels. Like really? Everything was completely like this. Like it was crazy watching some of those pictures. Cameras that they had of like the moving truck still going. It's just like, I'm like, oh, good lord!
It's like those Saudi Arabian like trick videos where they intentionally put it on two wheels.
Yeah,
but
I've seen those.
Yeah, I don't know
how the fuck do you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna. This is something that is so far beyond.
Right. Yeah. Well, I guess when your family owns the country, you can.
Okay. Yeah.
You can kind of get a little crazy on your own highways.
You're absolutely right, but there are just some acts of, I don't know, what people would consider exciting or death defiance that you couldn't. you just couldn't sell the appeal to me in any
Do
version.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I thought we would lose some trees in my neighborhood. My neighborhood's fine.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad at ours.
No.
It was trash day, and they
Even
told
you guys
us
out
to-
there on the plains, on the Great High Prairie.
I thought we'd be getting crushed, but
Turns out he got it.
they told us to leave our trash out, and I would just watch trash cans go.
Oh, and all the trash
Oh
all
my
over. Oh,
God.
that's disgusting.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then they didn't even come pick up our trash that day.
No,
anyway.
no.
I'm
They're like, oh, there's no cans out.
"Ooh,
Haha. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, well, I was surprised that we actually made any coverage on that because I mean the tornadoes are really the big.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but these were cool daytime pictures of
Oh, rather than nighttime tornadoes that are actually murdering
where
hundreds
all
of
you get to
people.
see is
Yeah.
just the destruction of everything.
God. Oh, okay, okay. So
And
these
they've been
is-
doing that for. They were already on day 3 or something like that after
Oh,
the
was it?
tornadoes.
When were they? Were they last
I thought it was
weekend?
like the weekend, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't live in
So-
Kentucky.
Okay. Well, yeah. So this was just easy bucket news.
It was, yeah. It was just a quick look at this crazy stuff.
See, I only watched the local news, so of course it was on.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I didn't realize that we had made the national
We
wire.
did, because yeah, Air
This
Force
must have been
Academy
a slow
hit
day at CNN.
100 miles per
So-
hour. So
Oh dear, yeah. Because all our buildings are made out of aluminum foil. So
Fucking CNN. Well, hey, their stories are easy to do. It's just take any event, describe the event, and then put the subhead. But is it racist?
but is it
Ah,
racist?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. Did Donald Trump cause this?
It's
Yeah.
just it is a cream cheese shortage.
It's racist.
It's racist.
Yeah, it's just cream cheese swords. Yeah. High winds in Colorado, so racists get theirs.
It's funny. It's like, well, why don't you go ahead and take a look at what the electoral votes were for this state?
Right, yeah.
you see, like Polis has made national news.
On what?
Yeah,
No,
that was pretty gangster. That was. I
was
respect
blown
that.
away
Yeah.
because he's obviously Democrat, and he
Well, yeah.
said we're done with COVID,
Oh,
with the masks.
yeah.
We're gonna live life like normal.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
like-
the caveat was, we've said everything we're gonna say. Whatever happens to you is on you.
You.
Yeah, it was. I was surprising. That was the gangster part of it. Where
And like they're already calling him like a presidential candidate. I'm like,
Oh, I don't want to lose
Whoa!
him. Yeah. No, Joe Biden's going to run. So
he's not
he's going to be fine. So he's going to be fine.
gonna be like sucking
He just
oxygen.
need a little bit more formaldehyde in his tea every morning. He'll be fine. So, yeah.
It's gonna be what's Bernie? Weekend at Bernie.
Oh, yeah. It'll be weekend at Bernie's. So, Bernie's 1600. Yeah.
I mean, they hit him as much as they could on the last go around, and they had COVID to
Yeah, that's true.
justify it.
oh my god,
I don't even want to think about it. It's like 3 years away. Fuck that. So, Joe Biden hasn't even been in office a
I
year.
know.
Yeah.
It's been a long
feels like
year.
It's been a long year. It's been a long year.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, this one really felt slow.
Yeah, 2021 could kiss my ass. So,
Yeah.
Why?
I don't.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I'm good with having to kiss
Never
my
mind.
ass.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
no, mine. I'm just bored of it. So I've had enough this year. I'm bored. So
it was fine. I mean,
I guess I don't
Fine.
know.
I had ups and downs. It's just been long.
It has been long. So
I feel. Yeah. I guess the thing is, it is the cyclical part of this of we're good. We're no, this is a problem. Yeah. We're good. No, this is a problem. Yeah. We're just no.
Oh.
And then just the things I was reading about, like in Britain, where they're about to shut things down again.
What really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's going on? Is it Omicron?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Omicron Persei is like they and the NFL.
I know.
And,
Look at the sports.
and yeah,
Every single one of these guys
What's
is
going on with the
vaccinated.
NFL?
COVID ever. They're like postponing the
yeah.
or they're
Oh,
moving
really?
the games to Monday to Tuesday.
And,
Oh, you mean this Sunday's games?
Some of them, one of the Saturday ones is postponed too.
There's a Saturday game?
There's supposed to be two. His
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Matthew
right.
played
We're
on
past.
Saturday.
Yeah, we're past college
Yeah.
season now, aren't we? Yeah. God, has it already gotten that part in the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
maybe,
this week. Yeah.
maybe COVID is, or maybe 2021 is not quite as fast or slow as I thought. Because it seems like it should be like week 3 of football.
no, yeah, exactly.
I've been gambling for a while, so
Oh yeah. So all you have to do is take a look at the balances. Oh
been
shit.
all right. So as terrible as my picks have been,
Boy,
Everybody's
howdy.
picks has been terrible this year. So.
but even the ones I get wrong, I'm starting to bet on the opposite side by the time Sunday gets around.
I'm going completely homer on my picks. If I know somebody who likes that team, I just pick that team for them. No.
Well, I can't imagine the absolute horror show of being a gambler by any in any way, shape, or form, and watching that Chargers Chiefs game, and just watching your heart shift minute to minute in the last 5 minutes and then into overtime.
Well, I had money on the over, and they kept getting stopped on 4th and goals, and I'm just like, you guys are ridiculous. This is insane. How, like, what did it, 4 times or 3 or 4 times stopped on
shit
4th and
changed.
goals? And I'm
Yeah.
just like, all right, well, this is a loss. And then all of a sudden, the 4th quarter is just, like, I'm not watching the game. I'm just, like, looking at the phone because I'm playing with the kids and stuff, and I'm like, touchdown. What the, wait, what? No, touchdown. I'm like, well, that was good. All
What was
right.
the
Right.
final score?
34
28.
28. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was 2019.
Right. For like most of the game.
For the whole second half, yeah.
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 That's when I stopped watching it. Yeah.
Well, I was working, so I always have like sports
Oh.
on in the corner. So
I don't know, man. I mean, no, I got to the point in time where I was like, if I have any more beer, I'm not going to be able to drive myself home, so I better go home. And then when I get home, it's like, oh, is there still football on? I don't care. I'm going to see what's on YouTube.
fair.
Yeah. I was not invested in the game.
So do you watch YouTube with just YouTube Premium? Is that what gets
The
it to you?
red, yeah. Or I guess
Is that
it's
what you use, or
premium.
do you use watch
No,
YouTube?
you also use YouTube TV.
Oh no, I
Oh,
use
YouTube
YouTube TV.
Okay.
I do the premium thing just so I don't get ads.
I do that too. I've got both.
But premium, just buying YouTube Premium doesn't give you YouTube TV.
no.
Well, that's something like $5 though.
Oh.
What, YouTube TV?
No, the
Premium?
premium.
Yeah,
Well,
it's only like $5.
I just got Premium because I guess the Googles were tied to YouTube Premium, and I had no idea. And all of a sudden, my kids are asking for songs, and it's like, well, you can pay to have this song play if you ask for it, or we found a radio station that might have something you like. And I was like, what? What are you telling me?
What is this? Google is telling? This is.
Yeah, because before we would always just say, hey, Google, play.
Oh, you actually use the voice thing?
He sure does.
Oh,
we have all those
weird.
little Nest things.
Your house is wired?
Not my choice.
Okay,
It got
got it.
brought in, and now the kids like
Oh,
it.
now it's the Borg is assimilated. Yeah.
It's in there. Not in my room, but it's everywhere else.
But this is the bigger problem. Yes, it is kids. So it's not like his kids walk in and say, Google, play me a deep cut off of Springsteen's album. It's Google, play that fucking Among Us song again. Play that.
Oh yeah.
Play the Creeper song.
Well, or-
Minecraft song.
yeah.
Play-
God, and they just play it again.
Play it again. Oh no, my daughter's the same way. So she actually mined YouTube down the other day to the point in time where she was like, I wonder what's on TV.
Should have Bedrock.
Yeah. YouTube. And I was sitting there looking, and I was like, you didn't hit Bedrock. You guys just got tired of that one thing that you played about 40 times.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, no, she's like that, man. So, and it's all Minecraft videos now. So.
Kids are like that. I get that, but
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not all of them, but you know, I
Sure.
know. I had problems with watching the same stuff over and over again as a child, or
Well, and hers is songs too. So there's like music videos that she watches over and over and over and over and
Yep.
over and over and over. You know, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not going to wire my house because I actually force her to use her digits in order to manipulate the remote control and actually search for things because she doesn't have a YouTube account. So
Yep. No, my kids got all their own account. Kind of thing.
I think I have her Gmail reserved.
Yeah,
So.
my boy has to lie about his age.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise, it was going to ask us permission for everything, or you have to have permissions on certain devices and all this kind of stuff.
I see.
You know what? You're 13. Congratulations.
ta-da.
Yep.
Yeah. Does he have a phone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. We haven't given
Both our
my
kids have
daughter.
phones.
Oh my god.
They've
Even
had,
the younger one?
oh, yeah. She's
Oh,
had it
geez.
for. They both got phones after I got laid off,
Oh.
which makes a lot of sense.
Well, no,
Right,
they-
yeah. So you're actually around to borrow them your phone, and you're like, no, actually, I'm going to get you your own phones because I need my phone.
I'm home now, so
Search
stop
for
taking
job,
my
yeah,
phone.
yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is it's not like you took the kids to the store and said, well, here you are, children. Each of you gets a Galaxy Note S20
True. They
for
said
$1,000 a piece.
if
They're
you
like,
come in, get this family 4 plan, these 2 cheaper phones come for free.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
so
exactly
right.
that I understand, but
Yeah. And you know what? Those cheap phones do just fine for them.
they're fine.
I think my daughter will get a hand-me-down phone. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think her starter will be like a Nokia 5150. That
I don't
makes
even
just
know what that
phone
is.
calls.
Yeah. No.
well,
it
no.
won't.
That was
Yeah.
Our first phones,
If it doesn't play YouTube, it's not
It's
a phone,
useless.
as far as she's concerned.
okay.
Yeah.
I
phones
thought
aren't used to make phone calls.
I thought that's what you were going to get her.
I actively avoid phone calls on my phone.
Yeah, I do pretty much everything but make phone calls. on my phone,
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of ironic.
I mean,
So-
if you're gonna talk about my top 3 things on there, it's gonna be reading, videos,
Yep.
and
Banking,
double down
yeah.
Fort Knox Casino,
There you go. Yeah.
where I'm playing Lobster Mania 3 because
Nice.
I played that a lot in
Williston,
North Dakota. Outside Williston. It was Trenton, North Dakota.
Got it. Yeah, no, I actually had this lady who was calling me the last 3 days, is trying to get a reference for a former colleague of mine.
You wouldn't take the
And I
phone.
was like, who the fuck is this? 'Cause I'm sitting there looking at it like, I was like, I don't recognize your number. If I don't have it punched in my phone, it doesn't even ring anymore.
Did you do the
I did the do not disturb thing. It is fucking
Such a
brilliant,
quality
Jeff.
of life thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we should call the episode something like the do not disturb function on your phone is a life changer. So that thing is so awesome. But I'm just sitting here, I'll look at it later and it's like someone called me and it didn't ring. This is wonderful.
So did she have to leave a message?
Yeah, but I don't check this.
And the best thing is, it's not like where it's shutting off the calls. The call will still come.
Right.
You just don't hear
I
it.
don't hear it.
So you're not doing the solicitors any favors by being like, oh, this guy's.
Oh yeah, he right swiped me. Yeah, so this is a good number. Yeah, no,
Yep.
that's why I always let him ring all the way down.
Now you get that, and you don't have to.
Nothing.
Notice
No,
it.
I literally put 6 people in there who can fucking call me and actually push through.
If I don't know you.
Yeah, if I don't know you. So, and you're not gonna call me, and you're not gonna call me.
If it happens, you'll know.
That's true. Yeah.
You'll hear this say,
yeah.
this guy doesn't call me.
Yeah. Actually, if you did actually call me, I'd be like, "Are you okay, man?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I would
Yeah.
answer it. I'm like, same thing with you. I always try to. You have this.
You're always sleeping when I call.
The history of the last 5 years of phone calls you've made to me, I am sleeping, always in the bathroom, always in the bathroom. I don't want people to think that like
I live in the bath. I take the newspaper.
you're just that guy who's in there. You're just fucking reading, right? No, I'm not that guy. I'm in and out there, but that is when you call.
So he just nails the goalpost.
He does.
Every time, dude. I can. As soon as he answers, I'm like, ah.
You can hear the echo in the
or
background.
I can hear it just the way he answers it. I just woke him up, and I'm like, ah. And so, like, the next time I call, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna try like
It doesn't-
2 hours
It doesn't
different,
work like that, man.
and it's right in the middle. I'm like,
Jeff sleeps good, so it's like the Price is Right wheel. So sometimes you get the dollar, sometimes you get nothing. You know?
Well, that's the weird thing too. Is like, yeah, it's like you and I have no real limits on like when to text or anything. So every now and then, like you and I will like send each other a text at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever. It's like, well, fine. I'm gonna be awake for another 5 hours. I don't care.
Yeah.
Or there are other times where I get a text at like 9 p.m. and I feel like I'm old. I'm like, do you have any idea what time it is?
Yeah, I don't even know, man.
Yeah, you and Far had me tagged in your text conversation.
I didn't even know that you were there.
I know
Yeah.
you didn't, and I was gonna give you grief, but I was like, it's 7:30 p.m. Like,
I can't. I don't have any authority to say.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
it's like going to the neighbors at like 8 p.m. on a Saturday. I think you guys turn the music down. Really? I mean, come on now. Some of us have to be at work tomorrow. But yeah, I was like, guys, I'm trying to sleep. But then again, I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? That was cool. You guys were talking about movies too, anyway. So
Right.
let's jump right in.
Yeah.
What movies?
I think it was Dune.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I can't remember. But
Yeah, it was.
Jeff came up in the conversation somehow, and then all of a sudden he chimes in. I didn't realize that that he had used
The group.
the group chat on that one. So, but that was I don't know. That was kind of a it was just a one-off thing because I usually only text you
Yeah.
rarely, because I just see you, Sometimes.
Pretty much, yeah, and we're pretty solid about
Yeah.
that. And the same thing is, well, I need to talk to Will and Pat. I'm just going to text Will and then Pat.
Right.
Thinking,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never I don't know if I know how to do a group text.
You could figure it out.
I think you hit the plus key, right?
you hit the plus. It always baffles me that I've known people that have group messaging things that are like 20 people deep,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, you don't want that many notifications. Like,
Well,
there's so many points to the conversation. You're like,
oh, I can't do that.
erase me,
well,
and you can't take yourself out of it, can you?
you sort of
You
can
just block everybody.
Yeah. You don't do that, but yeah,
You pushed it too far.
Too far.
you people. No, it's you're talking about the same people that I can't stand when people have a whole string of like 30 hieroglyphics at the top of their phone with all the notifications. Like,
Oh,
The what?
yeah,
I don't know how many I've got. Let's see.
yeah. You are a culprit of this, man. Where
Oh, you
have-
mean at the top where you have like all your? I turned off all my.
They're
fucking
not too
apps.
bad.
Is it more than 2?
No, right now you have it clean. Most of the time,
Oh.
you have it.
There's only 1 or 2 things.
You have it brimmed over to the side, which means that A, you have too much shit notifying
Yeah,
you, or
you
B,
have too many
you
apps.
just don't check it.
Yeah. So like my email on my phone, I turned it off, man. So I mean, literally,
I
like
check it. Yeah.
my Gmail's got thousands of unread emails in it, and I mean thousands of them.
Zero.
I gave up probably like 5 years ago, and I just let it run now. So yeah, I figured it's free, so
It's this way or that way.
Right.
You just chose the other way. That's fine.
I'm the same way at work, man. So I don't delete any of my work emails. I just leave them in there. They're not organized or anything. They're just 100% searchable. So, and every like 6 months I get a nasty gram from IT. It's like, well, you need to clean out your inbox. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna.
Ours just
So-
automatically deletes after 6 months.
Oh, really?
Unless you put it in a special folder or something.
No, mine doesn't.
It's just going to...
But I can get like so much storage space just through, because we switched to Outlook Web, whatever it is, the one that's online purely.
Oh,
That-
okay.
We're well versed in that. That was Yeah.
So yeah, I get nastygrams every now and then all I have to do is like search like by file size, and I've got a couple colleagues that have like, you know, fucking signatures and shit that are like actual like JPEGs,
Oh, right.
you know, and so they're like, you know, a couple megabytes per email, and it's like, dude, just save this as, you know, what's the PNG or whatever
Yeah,
it is, yeah. You know, but they know it's like, no, and you guys are in the IT department, aren't you? You teach people this shit. It's kind of funny, and so I just have to delete a few of those emails, and you know,
Box is good.
Fox is good. Yep.
Those big JPEGs, and they always have like Bible verses in them.
Oh yeah, well no, dude, I worked in a school, so they're always like John
yeah.
Dewey quotes or something. Like that. Yeah. So every mind is a flower.
Oh, God.
It's not as bad as elementary school. I mean, my daughter's school just bombars me with emails now. So they never did in the past, but now, like ever since the CUF, you know, it's like I'm on email lists from teachers 2 years ago, and they never cleaned me off of them and stuff. And so each one of their emails is monstrous because it's full of all these little flashy doohickeys and stuff. And
Flashy doohickeys.
And yeah.
Some quotes about how the most important national resource is
The children. Yeah.
or you know, curiosity or
Yeah.
encouragement.
Right. And perseverance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's never anything like
do your math.
well, do your
fucker.
math, or your life will be better if you're tall enough to dunk.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. I don't.
Yeah. So I hope you grow up hot.
So, yeah, something that's really encouraging to a small amount of people.
Right,
And,
yeah.
no teacher.
There's always the army for you, kid.
If you're 5'7" or below and a man, you are considered grotesquely short.
Right. Yeah.
You can do that in elementary school. They're all that short.
Well, you got to give him something to inspire
yeah.
you. Yeah. And you do have that 1 6-foot kid who's just gonna like boss the place.
It's like, yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
People are disgusting.
Terrible. Give me my cigarettes.
That happens. You always have that kid that's like 6'1" in the 3rd or 4th grade.
In the 3rd grade, I don't know, man. That'd be pretty impressive.
I guess some of them start getting pretty tall. Maybe like 4th, 5th.
Yeah, 6 foot.
6 foot?
I don't know about that, man.
Go to pick them up from school. I don't think.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a 6-foot kid stomping around at my daughter's school.
Maybe like
there's a few that probably crack
5, 6.
Yeah.
And it's a girl.
Yeah, well,
Holy
yeah.
cow,
yeah, that's
because like
Yeah.
she was in running club with William, and like she was like that much. I was like, oh my god, dude, that is crazy.
There are a couple girls like that in my daughter's school. That it's kind of like, oh, you go to this school? Ooh.
All right.
you want to tell them, you see them, you're like, well, miss, employee parking is that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Minecraft? Yeah.
I like Minecraft. You like Harry Potter?
You know, with all the people that age that I teach, I guess there are Minecraft people, but Roblox is all.
Roblox. Yeah.
What is the deal with Roblox? How did it actually take over? Like, is it like combination of Minecraft and Legos?
Well, you see it all. You talk about Roblox. How you don't talk? You
I
want
need
some-
to.
Okay, go.
It's just
talk about Roblox.
everything. It's got
Yeah, I should.
It's got every game you can imagine. It's just a cheaper version of it.
What do you mean? Like, it's got like.
So like the graphics aren't as good as your shooter games, but they've got shooter games. It's got puzzle games. It's got goofy kids. It's got anything you can.
Do you like make your own games in it, or
you can?
Oh,
But it's
that
free,
makes sense.
and so every game that is come out, every show that has come out, there's a game of it.
Oh.
So if you're into the most obscure thing, you just search. There's a
You'll
game,
find a game on that,
and you can play.
Okay, find me a Last of the Mohicans Roblox.
Bet you it's on there.
How much?
I mean, it probably won't be called Last of the Mohicans.
Well, that's what I missed.
Oh, but They don't. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure they are allowed to.
So I always thought it was like just this rip-off Lego thing. You know, that was like the Lego Batman series.
That's
and
what the
stuff.
main people kind of look like.
Okay.
But then when you get into the game, some of them don't even have the people. Some of them are just. Some of them you're animals. Some of them you're that's your main avatar. But when you get into the game, like when I played QB Cube, you're a cube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's literally got so yeah, my kids have played 18 billion games.
Oh, see, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm happy about this or like a little bit melancholic because like my daughter does not like video games. She will not play a video game. She played Minecraft for like a week,
Insane.
started getting into it, and then just like, nah, I'd rather watch other people play it.
Huh.
Yeah, so she likes board games.
Well,
So
that's cool.
yeah, play board games all the time.
Like
So-
real board games? Or
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
play
like
chess
sorry.
with it?
No, well, I don't
Well, I don't-
bust out Axis and Allies and say you're the fucking Nazis.
Well, I didn't know you could be at the chess mode.
Yeah, that's true. Nah, I'm not very good at chess.
Olivia
though.
smoked William in checkers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
She
I
just
bet you
picked
he
up.
felt bad.
He was in. She had been playing chess for a few days, so she kind of was in the mode of it. And William was playing chess a little bit, and then he got to checkers, and she just was like ding 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 ding. I was like,
Yeah, just murdered.
but then
him.
she would also get stalled at some of the simple tactics things where she could trap him.
Oh,
But he
got
just
it.
kept putting himself in position where his stuff could get double jumped. It's like, well, she clobbered you. You got to see that one coming.
Yeah.
Huh. And then, like, next move, he moves the other two into it. Like, oh, you didn't learn from that at all.
Would you insist on like meeting your daughter's friends if she was like, I want to play dominoes and she's holding them like this?
If she was holding the mitts, yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, why didn't you invite them over?
What
Yeah,
is going on here?
yeah. So,
The mitts, not the cradle.
Yeah.
The weird.
I've
yeah.
only played dominoes a couple times.
Oh man, I used to play that. We played that for ages at the airport, man. You just sit there and play. Oh,
Has your daughter played dominoes at all?
I don't know. So I haven't played dominoes in so long, ever since my father-in-law just absolutely
Oh, right.
wrecked me. So I was pretty good at dominoes too, man. I'm like, so
It took all the steam out of you.
well, yeah, and he's like thinking 8 moves ahead, and he's like, just like auto-calculating everything in real
Right.
time. Where I have to look at that, and then he's turned around and he says, "You've got 6-5, you got 4-3," and I was like, "How the fuck did you know that?" So it's because he did the math.
Yeah, those people. It's like, well, because if you had that here, you would have played this
Exactly.
here.
Yeah. So
And as soon as I played this and she played that, I knew it was in your.
I know it's in your head. Yeah. So he's like crazy, and so I stopped playing.
It's like, well, I know I'm not going to get that far,
Yeah.
so... meh.
No, me too. And I mean, like they tried to teach me how to play bridge like a couple times, and I don't get it, man. I'm not smart enough to play that. So I was
I
like,
think we were taught a couple times.
Well,
It never took.
not bridge so
It wasn't
much.
bridge?
It wasn't bridge because ours was a pinochle house.
Pinnacle,
Right.
Yeah.
And
I did like Pinnacle.
ours was a slapjack house.
no, all right. So the trick is bridge is sort of a lot. It's a combination of a couple of games.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's part pinochle, but also part spades.
It is spades.
Yeah.
It's very similar. In fact, it's spades is like beginner's bridge. So, yeah.
It is, yeah. That's kind of it. Only I find I'm gonna level with you. If you have 4 people, spades is the superior
yes.
card game to play in pretty much any
Oh yeah.
circumstance.
Yeah. Spades. Yeah. I mean, unless somebody doesn't know how to play, then hearts is fine. So, hearts is easier to
I
learn.
haven't played Hearts in a long time.
Yeah.
I get.
It would take like 10 more minutes to get someone up to speed on spades, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
it's the trickery of it is what creates the nuance.
Right.
But because it's not really that complicated a game. It's just, I think this, I have this reason to think this.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
That's the hard part, though.
Yeah.
And that's... So you don't do that in Hearts, so nobody has to worry about that.
No.
Yeah, so you don't have to bid.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're playing Hearts, the problem here is if, as it was explained by an expert Hearts player, it's like, well, 85% of all people play it like this, so it becomes old maid.
Right, yeah.
Right. Whereas if you are in that upper echelon, it is a completely different
Yeah,
game.
you're trying to shoot the moon every time. Yeah.
Or not.
Or you
or
make that decision with as soon as you see your cards. Yeah. So
and reading other people. Yeah. It's kind of like in the same way where, from the way that you describe it, I would clearly, sponsor your father on the all dominoes.
to my father-in-law.
Yeah.
I don't think my dad ever touched a domino in his life.
No, he did. He
Not
did
even
like
to
my
push
dad.
him
Yeah,
over?
he just
Yeah,
stacked
maybe.
them
Just
over.
stacked them up, yeah.
Build buildings.
Yeah.
So what is this, a puzzle? No, my dad was a Scrabble guy. So
Yeah, he was.
he was Scrabble. And then I met my mother-in-law, who's so good at Scrabble that I won't play her either anymore.
Wow, they each poach their own game.
They
and
each
just-
post their own games. So now we play like Rummy Cube or something, where you actually have a chance of winning because it's got chance in it.
Yeah, you take these guys. It's like, now we're gonna play Uno. Bring your checkbook.
Yeah, bring your checkbook.
Yeah.
So, how many cards are in the deck? Doesn't matter. In fact, I combined several decks, and not all of each one of them.
Yeah, that's right. We're playing Colorado Jungle Rules style. Or no super babies, no black magics, no waterfalls, no traps, no. You got to call decent. You don't get it for free.
Yeah, all the stupid rules that we made up. Yeah, it's,
The only one I knew in Foursquare was no tea parties.
tea parties. I don't know what that is.
It's like where you're in the corner or something like.
Now in
Or just
Foursquare,
going back and forth between two people.
yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
So you
that's a
don't
tea
include
party.
everyone.
Got it. I don't remember any of those. Yeah. I guess they don't even play Foursquare handball anymore. So.
They did they actually drew it on our cul-de-sac.
Oh, the
Some of the
cul-de-sac?
kids.
Oh, okay. But not at
So the-
school?
I don't know. They must have learned it from somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
I
I
didn't
hadn't
teach
seen.
'em.
Yeah, because I was actually out and walking around Cat School the other day, and they don't have any of those things drawn out there. They do have like a couple of the hopscotch things, and they do have a bunch of tetherball poles.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's about it. So, and then they have all the stupid plastic jungle gym equipment now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
looks cool, but
it's not near as much fun, man.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So,
whereas the ones where we went to school, it was like, you guys had a bunch of like metal pipe, and you assembled it
Yeah.
in a way that you thought would be fun.
well, I mean, I think they were professionally done.
I think so,
Yeah.
but the actual like brutalist design of it,
Brutal. It was Soviet.
So we went up to visit our friends in Fort Collins, and we went to a park there, and they have this thing where there's two ropes that come down with a little circle seat that you can have.
Yeah.
But the top is like this entire like scales kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And so think of like a teeter-totter if you're just kind of going like this. Only one person doesn't have to be on the teeter-totter and can hold the string and just start yanking. And the other string just starts flying all like I was like, you have got there would be so
Trying
many
to kill
injuries.
people with that. Yeah.
And so, like, I went over there and grabbed it, and, like, Livy was holding on, and she was like, do it. And I was like, all right. So I gave, I let it ride one time, and then I yanked, and she just, like, went upside down on it. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm like, what? She held on, and it's just like this, And like her eyes are like the size of cantaloupes, and like she's like,
Yeah.
too hard. I'm like, oh my god, why would and like it also spins 360. So like, I'm like,
Good lord.
I don't know who came up with
What
this.
was underneath it?
Just the rubber tire whatever
Yeah.
mats that they
Yeah.
have now, and I'm like,
See, that's
How
the
is
one
this
thing that actually
allowed?
does make sense in some of the new stuff. Because, I mean, we used to have, like, just packed sand or pea gravel.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how many times you guys got the wind knocked out of you by falling off the, like, something.
Plenty of times.
Plenty of
but
times, yeah.
now they have that everywhere,
Yeah.
but you get a little bit of sand on it,
Oh.
and it is just like ice.
Really?
Oh yeah, because
really?
it's just
Oh,
pure
really?
round things just sitting on this hard surface, and kids start
guess,
running
yeah.
around and start playing tag, and it is just.
No kidding.
I guess I haven't really been to a park with one of those in a while because the two parks that we go to, they still got the wood chips, which get into everything.
Yeah.
But they work.
They do.
They work.
They do, man.
But-
I'm very curious about that. Whatever,
Contraption.
yeah, whatever ride is called the lawsuit or whatever. Like it was dangerous enough.
The litigator.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. Like, were you using it wrong? Because what I do know is that in our time when we started going to elementary school, that was when the big push was, we got to get the merry-go-rounds out of here.
Oh, I remember that. There was only a couple places where you still had merry-go-rounds. So, yeah, they had the one in the park down there on the green belts. And that was like the only one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
So, because we try and spin it so hard so everybody gets sick.
well,
Yeah.
not just got. You cannot tell me that you didn't watch somebody get flung.
Of course it happened. Yeah, because you got kicked off. You know.
Oh, if you're talking the actual like chicken fights,
Yeah,
while
the
it's
chicken fights, while it's-
while it's in
yeah.
motion. So that's why I'm trying to think of something that seems more dangerous, and that thing that William's describing is
Okay, so there's how it looks like if they're both sitting. And this whole top thing teeters back and forth, and it's all spins on one pivot point.
All right.
I don't get it. I don't.
Oh, I have seen one of those.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so if
Yeah,
you,
it's designed for two, but if you just have one,
if you have
then-
one
yeah,
just yanking the string,
yeah.
there's no balance, and that other person just is on a dangly string. Just
Okay, now hold on. If there are two people on it, does it work?
it works kind of like a teeter totter.
Yeah, it's teeter-totter.
You kind of
Yeah.
go up and
Okay,
down, and you
okay.
can spin them in
Right.
a circle, and you get a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit more than a teeter totter because you're kind of going a little bit, but yeah, if
Okay.
That was one thing I was surprised about at school is they actually do have teeter totters. So I hadn't seen one in years because of the merry-go-round thing.
Yeah. Well, teeter totters, they had just started like taking those out when we started going to.
You remember when they had the old wooden ones?
Oh
Yeah, down at the park over by what the fuck is that school over Penrose?
yeah.
Yeah. They had the row of them there that you could use like catapults.
That's why they had to go, and it amazes me that it's just like coming back.
Okay, so you can actually do them one person now. You don't have to have two people on them. All right, because it's like
What's the counter?
it's got some kind of spring in it, or a spring loading in it, or some
okay.
kind of like I don't know. But like literally, if someone gets off while you're at the top, you're not rocketing to the to the bottom at that point in time. So you can
Well,
break your what is your tailbone called? Coccyx. Yes. So you instantaneously smash that. Yeah.
I mean, I can inform you on the very unintended functions of most of these things. I mean, over at the it was Penrose. Okay, so at Penrose they had this balance beam that was it was broken in different
they
sections,
still have those.
and I can't imagine anything other than chicken fights. Because that's what we
yeah.
did on it, and
Yeah.
you could launch people with it too.
Well, that's what monkey bars are for. So
Well, monkey
I
bars,
think
you
my
can
kids have done that.
you can
what?
like
try and
wrestle?
kick people off? Or,
Yeah.
grab them with your legs and
I
try
don't
and rip
think
them
they-
off. Yeah, you know.
I don't think they've done that, but at schools now, like the recesses are monitored by so many.
Oh yeah,
Like,
oh
you
dude,
can't
it
do
is. It's
squat.
well, and like they don't even like do. It's not even just the monitoring. It's like the nature of recess is different, because it's like, how long do they get now? I think my daughters are like 17 or 18 minutes.
Yeah, I was like,
When
15.
ours was like 5, yeah, or 7. I remember. Oh, it's a 7-minute recess, kind
No, it
of
was
thing.
15. It was 15.
I hope you're right, man. I remember them being much shorter.
It
though.
was 15 for recess, 30 for lunch.
Yeah, so now lunches are the opposite of schools. So lunches are really short.
Really
really
short.
insanely short.
Like
it's
if
like-
you get a hot lunch, you don't eat.
Yeah.
No, you just got to flip it in your mouth like
Yeah.
Garfield.
Yeah, right. The lasagna at it down. Yeah.
That'd be crazy too if you like the school lunch is like, yep, this is one whole big chunk of lasagna.
Yeah.
If my daughter gets off school and then the first thing she does in the car is
Yeah, take out
open up her lunch and
eating,
just start
yeah.
eating. I'm like, what are you eating now? She's like,
I don't have time to eat.
I'm
yeah.
hungry.
Yeah.
That is.
It's
It's weird. Yeah.
crazy how short lunch.
Do you have a lot of kids like eating in class or
No.
William in 5th grade, their perk was you get to eat snacks whenever you're hungry.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, das is verboten.
But you just can't snack on candy.
Oh,
But you could have donuts.
those aren't candy.
No, you
Yeah,
could have Oreos,
Yeah.
but no candy. I was
Can I
like,
put extra sprinkles on my donuts? Yeah.
if they
Can I
fall
put gummy bears on my
off
donuts?
the
Yeah.
donut,
This is not a
does that now
It's not
count
a
as
sprinkle.
candy?
Yeah, is it now candy? What if I put a Snickers bar on my donut?
I remember, you see, it's funny that you're saying that because eating snacks in class was just the most forbidden thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When we were going to school. I remember, so this is screwed up, but it's just what you did as a kid. Okay, so there's a kid I knew that, like, he was a friend, but it was a friend in the fact that, like, I got to bully him and mock him, and he kind of, we just, I mean,
Like Mike.
well, sort of. I mean, but there was a lot of that going around. There was a lot of, who do you take your lumps from? You take them, you give them back to somebody else. So it was sort of a little bit lopsided. But oddly enough, this kid was like way more popular than I was. But
That's what we call irony.
it was the weird, and he was hypoglycemic, so like his blood sugar would get low, and he got chastised by one of the teachers because he was like going for a fruit roll up, right? And he's sitting there like suffering, and I was just, I'm ashamed to admit this, but like I knew he had a medical condition, but when that happened, he's got like this like agonized look. It's like, you got a medical, and I'm just like fucking. I was like, Johnny, we're getting hungry. Oh, you need a snack. I was like, but he actually has a serious medical problem. But
What, you were like in 3rd grade when this happened?
it was in 6th.
It was in 6th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was anything past the age of 10, which I would have been 12.
Yeah.
That's sort of unacceptable.
Right.
But I was like, I'm going to do it anyway. Because it's like, this is what you get. Like,
That's what school is.
you exposed to vulnerability, you
Yeah.
dipshit.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah,
how...
but
I
it's
know,
not like
look,
fucking prison, man. I mean,
I'm not
So-
defending it. It's just what the
What
culture
happens.
was.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't miss that. So,
I'm just doing it. I don't...
no, I don't miss
You
that.
miss doing it? Like,
Now stop it. As far as I'm concerned, that is the same thing. That is the same thing as like lightly throwing snowballs at your dog, or
oh, no.
No, I think picking on a hypoglycemic kid is a little bit
he was a
different than.
jerk though.
Okay, so you're the arbiter here. So you make
But
it
he was
right in the world
popular?
because he's popular and he's a jerk. He's
Yeah.
hypoglycemic. Yeah, okay, I get it now. So it's like,
Do you want us to back the bus up a little more?
No.
No, it's fine, man. It's fully off you now. You know.
But I get what
He said he misses it.
Yeah.
Well, what I can tell you is if you polled my 6th grade class and asked if this kid was a jerk, you'd get pretty good poll results. And they would say,
How was he
like,
popular?
well, because he was, like, for a man, I mean, he was good looking. He handsome little devil. He didn't have a sparkling attitude, but I mean, there were people that had like a jerk attitude, but people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different back then, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So, this was...
Now people just do that to each other online. So...
Gotta look his ass up and see.
Yeah,
If he
Find him
became a
on-
success,
Find his ass on Classmates or something.
You know how
Fucking
good
write
that would
him.
look? This 41-year-old man, you know.
did you get your food?
Who's this? This is Jeff. I hunt your dreams, bitch. Yeah.
It's one of those stories where he's been doing push-ups because he remembers that story.
Right.
And he was shorter than I was.
He's had a lot of years.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'd still kick his ass. Well, this is the other thing is this was still when fights were going on in school every now and then, and this is what I'm talking about is this same kid. Okay, he was. This is the cyclical part of it, man. He was bullying the Canadian kid in class, right? And this really meek, Canadian kid, nice guy, but just a little bit awkward, and he just kept bullying Mitch, and eventually they just got into a little bit of a scrap, right? Now the problem is that little meek Canadian Mitch also had been doing martial arts for like 7 years. So
Did you pretzel bender him?
well, what happened was this meek Canadian kid with like tears in his eyes as he's doing this. Like
Yeah.
he's actively
Don't
crying.
make me do it,
Is well, this is the funny thing is he's doing like crescent spin kicks.
Oh, Jesus.
Like he's kicking the crap out of him while he's bawling because
Yeah.
he's doing violence to another person.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's not like people got in there and broke it up. It's like Johnny got what he deserved, man. He's been
Yeah.
picking on, Mitch. It's like
Yeah,
what
now you
I'm
have to
saying.
worry about Johnny coming back with an AK.
this
So-
was 1989.
Yeah, I know,
dog.
man. I know.
Or,
But,
or 1992.
well, yeah, that's why that shit doesn't exist anymore. So, or if it does, it's, well outside of where I see it. So,
Well, yeah, and on top of that, if
I mean,
what
I've
you
asked my
just-
daughter about this. Have you ever seen a fight in school? She's like, no. God, no.
The boy's friend has been like he didn't go to this school before, but he was in all sorts of fights.
Yeah?
and, like weapons and things like that, and it was like out in like Missouri or something like that.
Oh.
It's like what? It's like yeah, they.
part of Missouri.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like, are you? This sounds made up. Like
Well,
guys
yeah,
chasing him to the field and beating them down and all this kind of.
It might be. I mean, you see that a little bit more in rural communities than you do, like in any of the
Oddly
urban
enough,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was kind of like normal.
yeah, but that's
Uh,
the question is whether or not it was just an extension of what we used to call roughhousing.
yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Because there was a version of that where it's like, oh, those boys play tackle football at lunch.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes, like, somebody gets tackled and it's a little bit too...
Yeah. Yeah, or playing floor hockey or something like that. It's like,
Right,
yeah, I'm
right.
gonna
That's
check
when you
him.
put that guy in the
Yeah.
hospital.
Yeah. I did that?
I thought you did. I thought you were playing floor hockey in high school and some dude, like, mouthed off to you and you just became characteristically unpat and...
I don't remember that.
I think Kevin told me about that once or something. He's like,
Yeah, but I didn't hit him or anything.
no,
So-
it said like you did something uncharacteristically.
I did.
violent.
I checked him. And, yeah,
Yeah.
that did happen. I don't think he came back that day. So, yeah, it's not like, oh my god, it was in traction. Pat just went all folk on this dude.
He's eating soup through a straw.
Right, yeah. Permanently disfigured. Yeah.
No, yeah, and then like what I've been hearing a lot is you couldn't do this if you wanted to because there are so many narcs on duty. So
There are. So, yeah. Even schools, like, they're even set up different than they used to be.
oh, shaped in a different
Yeah,
way.
shaped
where-
and
yeah.
so I went to the old elementary school a while ago.
Oh,
I don't remember what I had to do in order to, there was something I had to go up there for.
to vote.
Ooh, it might have been. It might have been actually.
That's just the
Yeah.
only thing I could think of because I
It
knew
might
you
have
were
been.
going to enroll your daughter there. So
No. We came close to, but
I don't mean that as like it's the hood. I just meant as like
no, it's not
you
the
live
hood.
closer.
Although she wants to kind of go to the hood middle school that we went to, so
Sabine.
yeah, I don't want her to go there. That
Is that
place is a
the hood?
shithole.
Is it?
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
Which middle school are you going to?
Well, ours is up there at Jenkins, so
don't
yeah,
even know
it's
what
supposed
that
to be the nice one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very brutalist. So, but but yeah, it's not supposed to be as terrible as I mean, even when I was teaching at that school, I was like, "What the fuck happened here, man?"
Well, my understanding is that the demographics have changed.
Oh, substantially.
Yeah.
Yeah, substantially. So, well, like everything south of that street there is like basically rental properties.
Right.
So there's like a couple neighborhoods in there that still have homeowners. So like all of them's green belts and shit down there. It's really nice neighborhoods.
I know what you said.
So
yeah.
then, yeah,
You say homeowners, you mean.
Why would she want to go to that school then?
I don't know.
Where would that idea?
I think they have a GT program. I think GT is way fucking overrated. So
Oh no! Is it Compass?
no, that's long gone.
Oh.
You broke that shit. Yeah.
Well,
But they resurrect that bullshit every
it
couple
stale?
of years. I don't know, man.
no,
I have
no,
idea.
because you were working that class there.
It was
like,
sale when I
stale.
was there, but it went Tango uniform when I was there. So I mean, they just resurrected every couple of years. It's like, oh well, if we have a good GT program, bring a bunch of SMAT kids into the school.
Yeah.
Okay, the school will get better. And okay, so let's let pencil whip our test numbers that way.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's the same thing. Like middle school is like the worst place for kids. Okay,
Sucks.
it is the fucking killing grounds of education.
Yeah.
So like you go into it, you're either going to be absolutely fine after maybe a rough year or something like that, or you're going to do this gradual slide and go right into the bottom half of your freshman class. That's how it works. And so they get a GT program, and so like my first thing that was like kind of tripping me off was it was like, well, they came and talked to us about how cool their GT program is. I was like, oh, they're trying to fucking sell it to you.
Oh, gotcha.
Huh?
God, it's
Yeah.
it's like the army guys.
Well, it is, man. That's that whole choice program in all the schools. We didn't have choice when we were growing up.
Right.
Right. It was like, what's your zip code? This is your fucking
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
Here's the line.
So-
If your friend lives across the street.
Although
Oh, yeah.
there were a couple of weird ones too, where it was like, wait, you live there? It's like
Why are you going?
you live closer. You live closer than I do. What are you
Yeah.
going? And there were a couple of people where it was like, no, I'm going to here, and they'd be like, because
I'm
and they were-
Catholic.
what? I tried to steal a car.
I'm trying to steal a car. Yeah.
What did I copy?
What did I copy?
No, there were some weird people where it was like, dude, you live closer to Carver than I do. What are
Yeah.
you doing going?
What are
to-"
you doing going
It's
here?
like, and sometimes it would have weird things. You're like, oh, well, my mom teaches there. So
Oh
she has
yeah,
a
if
deal,
if your
something like
parent
that,
taught
or-
at the school.
or
And
like,
that's kind of a necessity. Like I think, like especially as you get like single parents. Like,
Yeah.
oh sure. Well, a lot of kids don't want to go to the school where their
well,
parent.
it's not the kid's choice, but the parent can't
No.
really make
Well,
it work.
Now it is. Oh, back in the day, it'd be like, well, I'm gonna walk to Carver. You can go to work here. I have a key around my neck. I will let myself in.
Well, like our friend we know that she got a divorce and then she got into teaching. She started teaching at the school where all the problem children go.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
where you go when you start. Right?
And so her kids had to go to the.
Sorry, that's just not really funny, but it is.
No, it is. It's funny.
One of them,
I'm laughing.
one of them is
You
in,
get
like,
assigned to Gitmo, so your kids have to go to Gitmo, you know?
and one of them is like in GT, and they have
Not
nothing
anymore.
remotely
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that
yeah,
program.
yeah.
And she's just like, yeah, all the kids there make fun of him because he's smart, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, you don't want to be a smart
it's
kid in a
it's
school like that.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that sucks.
Yeah. No. But, I mean, like, the choice system is kind of weird how that works now. You know, because, I mean, like, our elementary school is, like, probably one of the more sought after in the district. And so every year they would send us something and say, you know, are you going to choice out? Because there's 1,000 people who want the slot. So, you know, and the same thing's true with the middle school. Because it's, like, one of the two in D11 that doesn't completely fucking suck. So, yeah.
Well, and suck is a relative term, but yeah, I mean,
Middle school suck is a pretty hard suck. So, yeah.
look, I'm going to make the argument that middle school in general is just a shitty time.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's rough.
So when I'm saying like suck, I think baseline is suck. So
Yeah, fair enough.
if
Yeah.
you if the average is a D minus, you know, if you're 70%, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Middle school is just
Well, you taught it for what, 2 years?
not just the one. And that
Oh,
was-
just the one?
Yeah, and fuck it.
I thought you were out there for 2 years.
Not just the one.
Oh, okay.
Just the one.
Yeah, no, I taught at Irving for that,
Christ.
like, I think it was a semester and a half. That was in that SAIL program. So even I had the smart kids, and I was like, I'm never gonna fucking do this for a living. So I kept trying, man. I go back every week, and I'd be like, no, that's gonna be better this week. And by Friday, I'd be like, man, I'm gonna fucking slip my wrists. So oh yeah. And then I get better a little bit. I drink myself stupid on Saturday, and then I feel a little bit better on Sunday. Watch some football, and Monday morning I'd be like, yeah, let's go do this again. By Wednesday, I was like, man, warm bath, razor blades, maybe some wine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was
after-
more of a short length of hose in the exhaust pipe kind of guy. And then I started driving a mostly electric car, so it's just going to be way hard. Because it idles in electric. So
Damn
yeah,
it.
I'd have to press down the pedal and put it in gear.
Yeah, it just set your seats on fire.
The brick.
Yeah, but you have to also hold down the brake. Because it's going to engage in because it's not like
Doesn't have a
Probably not.
neutral?
it does, but then you have to
Oh,
hold
yeah,
down both
that's it.
pedals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as you start getting dozy, like you're just driving into the living room.
Right. Or back into your garage. Yeah.
Right. You get
Yeah.
one of these two here, so.
Yeah. But I remember like trying to like that and then just didn't it never clicked. So
And God bless the people that do it. I mean, the fact that there were, when we were going to middle school, that there were 20, 30-year people there in middle school.
Sure.
And seemed to be having a good time.
there were still some of them there when I was subbing. So yeah. It's a weird duck who likes that work.
I
So
don't think I could do it.
I know I can't do it because I tried. So dude, I've never been so ready to quit a job. I've quit a lot of jobs. That one was the easiest. That one was the easiest.
I have not quit many jobs.
I've quit a lot of jobs. I want to quit my job.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, it's just not
No.
gonna work. So, well,
My job's easy, man. I shouldn't quit it. I'd feel bad later when I got a job that was harder.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or, just that.
Idiot.
Your wife's like, you quit your job? It's like, why don't you even talk about these things?
Right, yeah.
Why is this the first I've heard about it is I quit my job?
Yeah. I don't know.
Felt right.
Well, that's you and me. It's like, well, how do you live your life? It's like, mostly by the vibes I get through the living force.
Right, yeah.
So, it's like, really, you're using a fictional religion to make your decisions. I'm like, most of the time,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's how I decided to stop at that store and buy a whole bunch of bubblegum cigars.
You're really hard to find.
You wouldn't believe I was skipping work.
Right,
and,
yeah. I was skipping work.
and then I found this shop, and man, they had like Clark bars by the dozen, so I bought like a dozen.
Yeah. Skipping work. There's been a lot of times in my life where I was skipping work, though. Yeah.
It's such a juvenile way to say it, but that's what you were doing.
I did
That's
it
what
a
I was
lot,
doing
man.
too, yeah.
So, and I remember, like, I had this, like, thing that happened a couple times. So, like, once when I was working at the brokerage, we actually had a fire, okay, in the building. Yeah, it was in the elevator shaft. And, alarms go off, and it's one of those things, it's like, so, well, yay, can't be on the phone, but can't hear myself fucking think either. Right. And so it's like, all right, cool, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, actually, the security dude was coming through because this was evening shift, and he's like, everybody's got to get out, this is actual fire. And I remember walking out and, like, picking up a couple of the knick-knacky things that I liked on my desk, and I was like, if this place burns, I'm not going to miss anything. So that's left in there. So I just wanted this little, like, fidget thingy that I had. So that got me through a million phone calls. And then it was like the next day, because we just went home. So the fire department showed up and everything. And we're like, fuck it. Okay, we're going home. I remember driving into work the next day, hoping to find a smoldering ruin.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to quit this job.
Yeah.
And I've had that happen a couple times in my career since then, where it's like, yeah, like when I worked on the railroad, there was a bridge that was outside of town that was like the key to our entire operation. And I was sitting there thinking, it was like, if that motherfucker burned down, I'd probably get off for at least a week.
So anybody goes to your workplace computer, they're gonna find like Google searchers of like Semtex.
Sometimes what if it exploded, man? Just a little bit of petty arson,
Well, you blow it up, and then like the news comes, and they're like, "Yeah, the Taliban was here."
The Taliban was in 2006. I didn't think the Taliban was a thing.
I don't know.
They were all in caves at that time. Yeah, it was Hezbollah. Yeah, I got it.
My rig caught on fire. I didn't go home.
You didn't go home?
No, we had to clean everything up.
Oh.
I gave CPR to my boss or the owner that died. I didn't go home.
You gave CPR to your boss?
Uh-huh.
And he
died. And they didn't even be like, dude, just go on home.
They told you that?
No, they just kept working. I went back to the desk and started working.
Nobody came.
Wait, that wasn't on the rig. That was
in NADS.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What is NADS? Is that like
North
a training
American
class?
Directory Services, where I made hotel guest directories.
Oh, that place. That's right.
Satellite. You
Yeah.
did the satellite. That's right.
That's right. Yeah, okay. So graphic design. Yeah.
Yes.
That's shit.
CPR
And that was
to the
that like that
owner.
place you had worked there for a while. You knew that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like everybody in the office was
son
just like, yeah, his son
It works there and like was just like, hey, thanks for trying and all that stuff.
go back to work.
Yeah. It's like,
God dang. Yeah,
I was
okay,
like, dude, he was all blue and all this kind of stuff.
Gross,
Because
man.
they were like, he's been in there during lunch and all. Does anybody know CPR? And I'm like, nobody raised a hand. God damn it.
Oh,
I technically do.
Why do you technically do?
Because I took it as a class because I had volunteered with Special Olympics in college.
oh.
And so you needed to have it.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, I know it. I never thought I'd be doing it.
To my boss.
And I got in there, and yeah, he's just blue and like all this stuff. And I'm
was
like,
he like choking, or did he have a heart
he was,
attack?
yeah, he had a heart attack.
Oh, brutal.
And I'm just like, okay, I'll do what I know. And then finally the ambulance showed up, and they took it over. And they're just like, all right, thanks, man.
Your
Thanks, man.
desk is over there.
Yeah, your desk is there. And I'm like,
Why don't you take yourself an extra 5 minutes? And
I was just like,
Right.
dude, I can't. I just did.
Yeah, but again, that's you, because like if that were me, I'd be like, I'm going home.
Yeah, I would too. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm out for the rest of the day.
This is
In
like,
fact, I'm going to take off. I'll see you on
this
Monday.
is
Yeah.
this is fucked up, guys. I don't feel right.
Yeah, I found much.
Yeah.
I found much worse excuses
Oh,
to get
yeah.
out.
I was like,
Yeah.
all the time. I was like, wait, that game's out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I took tons of days off.
Oh,
Did you take like an entire vacation week when Halo 2 came out?
Oh, yeah. I did that stuff all the time. Yeah, it fucking, when I was in high school, I faked sick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, well.
I don't think I faked sick to get out of school after or junior high. I think on every job that I've ever had. Every job. I'd be like, nah, I don't feel good. I'm not coming in. I mean, like, my current job is the best because I don't have to check in with anybody.
Right.
It's just like that, I'll call the front desk, hang a sign on the door, class canceled today. Haha.
Now, granted, you're also, you do it right because you don't abuse it. You don't get to the point where
No.
you do it so often, people are like, he's a problem drinker.
No. Yeah, exactly. Gotta go check his desk drawers. So, yeah.
You know that Pat, he does like to toot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that was like, even like the previous job that I had at the community college was getting kind of that way, where it's just like, actually nobody knows. So if I don't come,
Right.
no.
that's where you start testing. You're like, if I don't show up today, does
Dude, I
anybody
would
care?
I would go weeks without seeing anybody that I knew. So from my own department, because the school is so
Wow.
fucking big.
Oh
You
my
know, and
gosh.
I mean, I go to like campus like 4 days a week. Sometimes it was the north one, sometimes it was the south one, sometimes it was both in the same day. And like my boss, I think his office was in the north one, but I literally had to go out of my way to go find his office. So yeah, it was like in a different building. So yeah. And like the South Campus has like 6 different buildings. And I mean, I'd really have to go on a trek to find him down there. Or anybody who was even in my department.
Huh.
So it was weird.
Uh,
Well,
I
it's like
can't,
when I
yeah.
taught at the college up here. Every time I go up and use the copier, they'd be like, "Are you here to fix the copier?" Like, no, I fucking teach here.
well, you get me some coffee.
Yeah, see that's my mailbox right over there.
Like, yes, I am, and it needs to be replaced.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't give you any shit. I was a documented FMLA abuser. So,
Oh, that's right. You did do FMLA.
Oh yeah, like 30 hours a week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So, what was your technical disability?
To be fair, my back was fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's
you
when
know,
you were having that stinky marine work on it, right?
Only once.
Oh, okay.
It was that was way too uncomfortable, and yeah. It was just-
Yeah, you said it was pretty rank.
Now, granted, he cracked the shit out of my back, but yeah, there was a. I was going to like physical therapy and stuff.
Right.
There was a pretty severe imbalance, and then when I started getting it massaged out, and also not working that kind of job where I'm
That
just
was at the phone company, right?
yeah
Yeah.
hunched over like a fucking turtle. So
Oh, that's call center jobs, though, man.
yeah, and then when they gave me that out, this was like, well, how many hours do you need? I'm like, well, no, 1 million.
Yeah. Thank you, God.
It never missed a beat now. So when they gave me like 30 hours a week, I'm like, you guys done fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I could do this and work another job. But most of the time, it's just like, I'm gonna do this. I'd be in a shift for like 2 hours, and on top of that, too, I already spent like 45 minutes in the bathroom. So
Right.
that's when I first started. Like,
Dude, call centers are the worst, man. I tried to find so many ways to slack off there.
dude, that's when I finally started out like eat cigarettes, and I'd sit there in the goddamn bathroom.
Oh, Jesus. Just hotbox in the bathroom.
And I would do it every day.
Yeah, yeah.
And then take FL.
And then take FMLA.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I hate this. What am I doing?
You worked at a call center for a while, didn't you?
I did. It wasn't really a call center. We were cold calling people.
Ooh, that's the worst.
That's even more gangster.
It was interesting. Like, it was terrible, but like, you're on the phone and who cares?
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna do? So I would just call them, and it felt terrible at first, but then it was just like, what are they gonna do? Hang up?
Yeah,
on me?
whatever.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
I don't care.
And then they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you can come on by." Wait, what? Oh yeah, hold up. Yeah, we actually.
Oh, is that when you were doing insurance?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, you actually we got a live one. You know?
Holy crap! Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You picture it's like a whole bunch of dudes in, like Wall Street, like suits and ties and shit. They're like,
Right.
put this one on speaker, man. Will fucking
yeah.
got one. What is that, boiler room?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of Wolf of Wall Street there. No, but you're right. Yeah.
I think that was
It
the
was
movie where they would
Boiler
put
Room.
them on.
Yep.
Boiler Room. Yeah.
Giovanni BC or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Because he was the kid.
Yep.
He was the kid. Yeah. I only had one outbound calling job, and that was for MCI.
Oh, you worked there?
Yeah, for about a week and a half.
Okay. I thought that was Kevin who worked there.
You know what? I think Kevin did, but I think
he
Kevin got canned like he always did for
Yeah.
fucking around and just.
Well,
Damn
he was very
system.
good at that.
Yeah, those 18-hour days that he was putting in every day.
Oh, our absolute bona fide case of time card fraud.
The worst.
It was a
Yes.
ring, dude. They could have RICO'd us.
Well, okay. You and I would have flipped in a second, though.
Oh
We
yeah,
would've been
I'd squeal like bitch. Yeah.
It's like, no.
I need this job in basement school. You know.
Because you and I would be like, fine, you want the extra 212 and a half I got for the extra 4
Right,
hours?
yeah.
Here, let me write you a check for
Yeah.
$8.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas the timesheet where it was like, well, it seems that,
How did Kevin work 120 hours of overtime?
well, it was that plus when you looked at the sheets and it says, so you punch in here the moment that this Alex guy punches out.
It did not take Clouseau to figure this out. Yeah, right. You know?
Like, and this happens 5 days a week.
Right, and you're scheduled for 2. Yeah. This was not some great Moriarty plot. Yeah.
You know, to Kevin's credit with that stuff, like he just like feigned ignorance on that and managed to skate.
He did.
But like in the places where
He was a possum, dude. He just played dead. I don't know.
he would just kind of
Remember when he put his foot through the guy's fence?
he just broke the top off it, yeah.
And the guy said, "What are you doing?" "Mm. What are you doing? You speak English. "Mm."
Yeah.
God damn it. Turn around and walk away.
Because the danger, of course, is, oh, this kid has.
Some sort of.
Oh, right, yeah.
You can't.
You can't yell at that kind
You
of kid.
can't.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
in hindsight, now that I think about it, would have just been a brilliant strategy. It's
He would have stumbled into it.
yeah. This is not something that he's like, I read about it in the library.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
this is, but the places where he did get canned for his, shenanigans, he never once said like, it was bullshit. They got me. He was like,
Oh, no.
I was doing this.
Yeah, he's like,
I was
no,
doing
I was totally doing
Yeah.
that.
I can't believe they let me get a lawyer for this.
Well, that's what he would do, is he would push it as far as he could, you know.
And then
Yeah, the
did
time
it
card
for
one,
that.
they just happened to suck in a bunch of other people who were, like, oh, this is my actual job. I need this. Yeah, so, oh, man. Yeah, but shit, Jeff and I used to find tons of ways to get out doing work at the airport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's snowing. We better leave. You just leave some wheelchairs down by the gate. Call it good. Yeah.
Well,
So,
we had we had a good relationship with the clientele there. We would never,
Most of them.
we wouldn't do that in a fucking dick way. We wouldn't be like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
We'd go down, we'd like check and just say like, yeah, so hey, no worries. And someone was like, I got it or whatever.
Yeah.
If there was a part of it where clearly like my job was to do this and they needed it, it was like, oh, I'll be here till 11.
Yep,
Cool.
that's fine. Yep.
Well, that's when I'm scheduled. It's okay. But if the opportunity was, well, we can leave at 7:15. As a matter of fact, if we get out of here, I think we can still watch the tail end of The Simpsons.
Yeah. So go to play some.
Once
Yeah.
a week.
Go play some Halo later.
Yeah.
So- yeah.
Yeah. I don't. See, this is the problem is I'm going through a bunch of these experiences. Now, granted, this is all in a vacuum, and these are not everyday occurrences, but what I can tell you is this is not how I envision the professional life of an adult.
It's not
As I was
nearly as
doing.
Don Draper as you think it is. Yeah. So it's not there is. I mean, I guess I saw some of that with my pop because he was like never the, he was a lunch pail, and so and so he always knew this, like, well, I mean, he would like come home and brag about double dipping on overtime and stuff like that. He was like, well, it's in my contract. I'm allowed to do it if they ask me to do it. So, and then it was like some of the other stuff. It was just like I didn't have quite that ideal like office job worker like mentality. When I started, even doing white collar work later.
Oh, okay.
So, because I thought, it's like, it'll get real when I get to this. By the time I actually got to where I am now, my eyes were fully wide awake. I'm like, I get an office? That's fucking cool. Does it have a door on it? Sweet. So I can take naps
close
around here? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. So, and so, like, yeah, but I get you on that one because, like, there is this period of time where you're a kid and, like, everything in the adult world seems so professional.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
it's not. It's all bullshit.
Well, it's the same kind of weird thing where like the first athlete that you like gets like a DUI or beats up his girlfriend or something,
Sure.
and you just lose that. Oh, you guys are just people.
You guys are just people.
And it just depends on when that hits you. And part of it too, I will say this: you mentioned your dad as a lunch pail. Our dad was not like that. Our dad, there was something very Hank Hill about our dad.
Yeah,
where
sure.
It's like, you should do it because it's your job
and
you
they
get
pay
paid.
for it.
Yeah.
That's
and-
my father-in-law.
That's what I do.
Oh, I know. Whereas you and I,
no.
I don't know when the lines diverged or if they ever even met. I don't know if
No, yeah. Just saw the world totally different. Like the rules that bind the world, like, are just totally off.
It's like from kindergarten,
Yeah.
it was like, well, this is due Thursday. You're like, okay, and I'm like, why?
Right, yeah, exactly. Is this an arbitrary deadline? Yeah.
Where'd you get Thursday from? Can you explain it to me? I
Yeah.
need a lot of answers before I take this
Yeah.
Thursday thing seriously. Are you even sure that's a day of the week?
Let's negotiate this. Yeah. So, or actually, in your case, so like, well, I'm going to turn it on Friday and see what happens.
Oh yeah. I told you about the trash bag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is like, you're just always the leader of the resistance, man. You always have
Somebody
been.
had to be.
I guess it's not something that's like, a position on a football team where you have to fill it. You got to volunteer into it, man.
You guys have been running empty backfields all season.
Right.
Yeah. I get it. No, and it's not like I was, purposely going out there and saying like, look at me in my leather jacket and my pompadour. I'm rebelling against everything. It was just, I don't know at what point there was just a point when I was younger where I just realized that a lot of people in positions of authority, I thought they were professionals, but there was also like, you're full of shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess like for me though, like I have come across some people in my professional career who've been true professionals
100%. Yes.
on certain things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, but they're a little bit more rare than you think. And then I guess like for me the thing that really flipped me over was when I started teaching. And all these people that I used to really look up to, I was like, "Oh, you're a piece of shit."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're a lazy bastard. Okay, and it was like you got away with this for years, kind of thing. And so it's like, all right, so not quite so enamored with some of the heroes out there, but then when you do run into somebody who's actually really good at what they do, and they take a lot of pride in it, they kind of stick out. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Or even not even sometimes it's not even just like a question of like pride, but like that good old fashioned responsibility.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There is some of that. And I guess like when you and I worked together, you taught me that. I worked with you, and it was just weird when I'd go to other jobs and do how we did, and you'd see the people that are like
How lazy it can be.
it's like, no, man, this isn't. I do this at the very last second, man. It's like, but we do nothing all night.
I know.
What are you going to do?
We cash checks.
And it was always the people that did the least that had the most exhausted looks on their faces.
Oh yeah.
It was so taxing to just do that much.
It was, man.
It was.
Je suis fatigué. Oh,
But you get so used to it, man. So, when you got a job that doesn't ask much of you, when they do ask you something after a while, it's kind of like, fuck you,
Well, no, they're not asking anything. It's literally the only thing you really have to do for your job.
Right.
It's for a good amount of money.
And it's
For an
always-
amazing amount of money. Yeah.
And it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
This is not like, oh, they just changed the rules on it.
Yeah.
No, we do this every stinking hole that we put in the ground, and we pop their pimples and suck the juice out. This is not new
Dino
information.
blood.
Yeah. So we're always going to have to do logs, man. We're
Yep.
loggers.
It's literally, your title. And it's not all that often. So, yeah, whatever.
It would just
Yeah.
piss me off sometimes because, like, some of those dudes that, like, then it would be like other people would say, like, oh, he's a great guy. It's like, yeah, he's nice. He doesn't work, though.
I've worked with so many people that don't work. So many people.
Why, man? Why is it like that?
It doesn't bother me. So
It clearly bothers me. I've gotten rid of every potential coworker.
yeah, you applied solo, man. I don't know why it bothers you so much, but like, if I have a coworker, as long as their work isn't causing me to do more work, and even in some cases when it does, but it's not that big a deal, I don't really mind, and I'd rather just not fight with you. I don't really
Yeah.
mind that much. But like I've always seen it kind of as a management problem. It was like, well, if Will's a complete slacker where we work, all right, and Jeff's in charge of this place, and I see this, all right, and like he doesn't do anything about it. It's like, oh, well, that's a him problem, and so as long as your slacking doesn't like affect me, too much, it doesn't really bother me that much anymore because
It's the way of the world.
well, it's not even just the way of the world. It's just it's not that big a deal.
Bro, you
I mean, if it's a hospital, or something, okay,
Dead
I
bodies
get
are
it.
piling up.
All right, so yeah, I get that. But if we're sitting here, like, and I've seen this in so many other places where everybody's like even in back at the brokerage house, it's like, oh, this is a big fucking deal. We're helping people in their financial future, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you guys are pushing paper around. We're not really like, going out there distributing like, fucking ivermectin to, people who have like tapeworms and stuff, or whatever. It's like we're pushing goddamn paper around. It's not that big. And I get this all the time from even some of my students. They're like, well, what's your passion in life? To sell insurance. I'm like, you might want to reach a little higher, bro. Because I know what you're doing here. All you're trying to do is get a job in this industry. All right? That's the only reason why anybody would say that. And so, like, but then if you get into that business, you can't take it too seriously, man.
All right. So the problem here is that you did touch on like one of maybe this is just a personal picadillo, right? And I know that there are certain things that this bothers me more than it should, right? And whereas other things is like just completely wash over. It's like, well, that's a big deal. Like you need that blood. Like, you wait a couple of days, I'll make more. But there are certain things that are always. He's just really hard. Like, really hard. Yeah. No, but there are certain things that always, like, for whatever reason, draw a disproportionately wrong reaction. So that if some dude is a nice guy but doesn't do any work, bothers me.
Yeah.
If this is going to sound really fucked up, but it is what it is if a fat girl is not nice to me, it gets my goat so much worse than if it was any other type of person.
What does that have to do with? Oh, this is just picadillos.
This is just like. And the other thing is,
so it's a very specific situation at work, man. You're talking about like Janine or something.
No. I use names. But there's that. And the other thing is, if I'm driving and somebody does something idiotic, most of the time I'll let it slide. But if for whatever reason the license plate is from out of state, for whatever,
oh my gosh, man!
For whatever reason, that's something that gets me because the answer is always the same. It's like, okay, Wyoming, I don't know how they do things where you come from.
Yeah, I refer to people by their state. It's like, good job, Texas.
Yeah,
you know,
like, I don't know where you're from,
right.
but we signal when we want to make a turn here in this state.
Yeah.
And so that's just disproportionate.
It's like, pick it up, Arizona.
Right.
You know, do that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my
You've
God.
heard me do that. Yeah.
The same thoughts going through my head. It's like, oh, look at you, Arkansas. Aren't you special? Yeah, it's the same.
It's the boy.
Welcome, William.
just dox him while you're at it, you know.
Willie's talking to himself.
All right, well, we're at $1.35.
Oh, I apologize. Oh, so we gotta do some football here.
Good Lord, I guess I will.
Patriots are playing. Are you gonna pick against them?
Of course. So that's Indy
How can
plus
you pick
2.5.
Who are they playing?
Indy.
You're gonna win.
Can't keep winning. Can't keep happening. So for the underdog, I'm gonna take. Good God. All the underdogs. I guess I will take the Texans over the Jaguars. Even though the Jaguars are
Underdog?
That's kind of weird.
Jacksonville's favored by 5 because they fired their coach. So they'll probably win by 20.
All right, now that's a prediction. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take.
Was this the guy in the strip club?
No. It was his bar.
And a girl danced.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't. This was not just your average groping.
Yeah, no, I seen the video. Yeah. Yeah. My wife said, "What are you watching?" I was like, "None of your business."
No, that was the funny one because, like on Twitter, people were saying like Mrs. Meyer. Or not.
Oh yeah, Urban Meyer. Yeah,
they're like she needs to start looking for a divorce attorney, and she responded like, "Yep."
Yep.
and yeah, she liked the comment. And,
oh dear.
It was. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden, like the top 10 most high-priced divorce attorneys in North Carolina also liked that tweet, huh?
Well, yeah.
Call me.
Yeah, that was a train wreck, and that he was signed on for a crazy amount of money, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So it was.
right.
You were picking Indy straight up.
Indy minus 2.5, so they got to win by a field goal.
Okay.
And
They're
then
the favorite, and then Texans
Texans.
plus 5 against the
Jaguars. Okay.
Okay, that's
All right.
Bill's picks.
Will's picks.
It was tough because I kind of wanted to do the Broncos. So I guess I could take the Bengals plus 3 since I'm going to bet on the Broncos.
Okay.
So
well
if I
then,
get it wrong here, I make money.
all right. So we'll go ahead and
Let's flowchart this out.
sideline your stupid pick against the Pats and go ahead and
No,
put the Broncos
that's
down.
like guaranteed. They're gonna lose.
I don't think they're going to lose.
They're playing on a Saturday. It's gonna throw off their mojo.
Sure. Yeah.
I think their mojo was thrown off by like 65-mile-per-hour winds. And they corrected that by throwing all of three passes.
Yeah. Into the wind.
Oh, such a boring game.
Yeah, that game sucked, but still, I mean, that's how you win.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
In the can? In the can.
In the can. Who are you?
I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey.
This is.
This was Coffee Before Bed.
All right.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.